Welcome back to The Division 2. If you took a look at the title, chances are you did, you're probably thinking that I'm going to sit here complaining. I'm not. I literally do not care about complaining for what we are going to be talking about in this video. But you will see by the title that PC players are getting to play the Warlords of New York expansion early. When I say early, a lot of people are complaining they get it a whole day earlier than us. No, they don't. It's 13 hours. Literally just over half a day. They have stated in an article that it's to do with technical difficulties. I believe there are extra security protocols you have to go through in order to release an update on console. But at the same time, they normally get all of their title updates and stuff out at the same time on console and PC. So I don't know what exactly has happened with it, but we're going to leave it as technical difficulties. That's why it can't happen. I am actually doing a madness. At the time of me recording this, I've been up for about 19 hours. I've been awake for 19 hours, playing games, recording, having fun with my kids, and all the rest of it. I've had a long day, so I'm getting a little bit tired. But because of this release schedule, I've had to do this because I want to be playing the expansion as soon as it releases. I want to be getting out content because I know so many players are going to need help understanding Gear 2.0. I want to get in and find out exactly what it's all about. I want to get some of the exotics. I want to showcase them. I've literally got so many ideas for content for this expansion. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. So what we are doing, I will put little bits, probably images and stuff in the video to show you the sections of what we're talking about. And I will also leave a link in the description to the exact article we are taking a look at, because the developers for the game posted on their website Warlords of New York, all launch information at a glance. Before we look at the actual release schedule, I want to read through it. Don't worry, there are no spoilers or anything. They do mention spoilers, but it doesn't spoil anything. It's a warning. So, our first ever expansion for the Division 2 is launching next week, being Tuesday, March 3rd. And this article is meant to provide a clear overview of when you can begin your journey back to New York City. Title Update 8 maintenance and expansion download. We kick things off on Monday, March the 2nd by performing a maintenance to deploy Title Update 8. This update will prepare us to release Warlords of New York worldwide and also brings Gear 2.0 and the rest of the free RPG changes for all players, including the ones who chose to stay in Washington DC. So that's also a heads up, if you haven't got your hands on the expansion, if you haven't forked out the money for it, it's £25. You still have a chance to buy it. You can actually pay for it all the way up until April the 3rd. No idea what's happening after then. I believe it's literally just tied to pre-order bonuses, the April the 3rd thing. But they carry on to say the maintenance will start on Monday, March 2nd at 9:30am CET, 3:30am ET, 12:30am PT. And we estimate a 2.5 hour downtime to deploy the update. Soon after the maintenance starts, you will be able to download Title Update 8, which includes all files you need to start your journey to New York. All players will be required to download the full update, including Warlords exclusive content. Due to the Division 2 being a live game, all players are required to have the same version of the game installed to be able to play. However, only owners of Warlords will be able to access the expansion's content in-game. Then we have the download and installation sizes. Xbox One, if you're performing a fresh digital installation, which means if you are literally just installing the game, it's a digital copy and it's for the very first time, you can expect a 70 to 74 gigabyte download. When performing a fresh installation from the base game disc, it's a 44 gig installation and an additional 76 for the download, so another 76 gig on top of 44 if you're doing it from disc. Players who have the latest Title Update 7, so anyone that's played from episode 3 onwards, they already have that installed. You can expect roughly a 60 gig download to be ready for Warlords. PS4, the fresh installation of the digital download of the base game is 44 gig, and then it will automatically patch Title Update 8.1 with an additional 70 to 74 gig. In a similar fashion, a fresh install from the base game disc will first install 44 gig and require an additional 70 to 74. Players who have the latest Title Update 7 patch already installed can expect a further 14 to 16 gig download to be ready for Warlords. And then PC, a fresh install, digitally or from the base game disc, will prompt a 59.8 gig download to install Title Update 8.1. Players who have the latest Title Update 7 patch can expect 42 gig. Listed download sizes are estimates and can shift up until release due to ongoing optimization. Approximate full installation size for all platforms is 75 to 80 gig. I don't understand why the PS4 only has 14 to 16 gig if you've got TU7. It's incredibly confusing, especially seeing as PC has 42, and then even if you add the higher end of PS4, you've got 16 and 42, which is 58. Xbox alone is still bigger than both combined. But it is what it is. Xbox has a bigger installation. The best thing about it is 8:30 AM UTC, I believe, so Universal Time Coordinated. From the moment the maintenance starts, the servers will go offline. I don't know if it's actually straight away, but during that maintenance, when the servers are down, you will be able to preload Warlords. It's an estimated time of 2.5 hours down, starting at 8:30 until 11 AM. So for an example, they released a preload at 9 AM, you then have 2 hours to get that installed, and then you're ready to play. I know a lot of people don't have the greatest internet connections, so it might take a little bit longer, but I'd rather it be like that than for them to say the maintenance has to finish, then you install Warlords, or do the update, then you're able to play. This is where they say mind the spoilers. For the expansion release, the exact timing and when you can talk to the helicopter pilot to take you to Lower Manhattan depends on your platform. PS4 and Xbox One, Warlords will become available on March 3rd, midnight local time for all players in every country. Players from Australia and New Zealand will therefore have access to Warlords immediately after our maintenance to deploy the title update. On PC, Warlords will become available March 2nd, immediately after the maintenance to deploy Title Update 8.1 is completed. I believe they stated that's 11 AM, so the maintenance starts at 8:30. When that's done, after their expected downtime of 2.5 hours, 11 AM is ready. PC players can jump on straight away. So they are getting it March 2nd. I can see where people are going, they get it a whole day earlier, but maybe them people have jumped the gun, they haven't actually looked at the times, and they haven't realised, after doing a little bit of calculating, that it's only 13 hours, it's not a full day. We want all players across all platforms and across the world to access Warlords as soon as possible on March 3rd, midnight local time. To allow this, we decided to perform our maintenance on Monday, taking into account time zone constraints. Due to technical constraints, accessing content on PC is tied to the end of the maintenance, while it's tied to local times for other platforms, explaining the time difference. Keep in mind that you can expect videos and press coverage to start being published immediately when the access to the game is live. If you want to stay away from spoilers, it's a good idea to stay off social media for a little bit. If you don't mind the potential spoilers and want to celebrate, discuss and give feedback, tweet at The Division Game. We will see you in New York Agents, the Division 2 team. So a lot of people are throwing a hissy fit and they're kicking off, oh, they get to play 13 hours, blah 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 blah. Just be patient. It will launch 13 hours after PC. I get the frustration, I totally do. I'm a console player myself. I'm not saying this because I play PC, but I play on Xbox One, that's my primary console. I have had a little dabble here and there when there's been a free weekend and stuff on PC, but I haven't purchased the game, I'm not getting the expansion on PC, that's all Xbox because that's where my friends play. That is my best platform to go to for a social aspect of the game. So the reason I have been up for a hell of a long time is because this bad boy is releasing March 3rd midnight, meaning that on March 2nd, PC players get to play at 11 AM. 13 hours after that, at midnight on Monday night / Tuesday morning, is when we are going to be able to play. So what I'm going to be trying to do, I don't know how well I'm going to do this, I'm going to be trying to wake up at around 10 PM on Monday night. So I've completely screwed my sleeping pattern. But I'm going to try and hopefully get up at 10 PM. As soon as it's available, I am going to be jumping straight on there. I'm not going to show the missions. I'm going to record them just in case something cool happens. If we discover bugs or something and we can have a laugh, I will show it. But I'm not recording the main missions for the purpose of showing gameplay for them. What I'm doing is not essentially speed running. I do want to pay a little bit of attention to the story, but I will be going through the main missions and probably the side missions as fast as I possibly can. I am going to be grinding my arse off to reach level 40. Once we reach level 40, that is where the good stuff starts. And that is also where the actual content that I've planned for this expansion is going to begin as well. The exotics, whenever I can, will be covered. I'll be covering tips for the new gear system. That's for every player, with or without the Warlords expansion. All of the stat library, how it actually works in game. The RNG, has it got any better? God rolls, taking a look at them, the new named items. You name it, we are going to be covering it. All of the good stuff. So this video was kind of to say that it's not a full day that PC players are getting early. It's literally just 13 hours, and I know there's going to be thousands of content creators pushing our videos. Players that haven't touched the game in several months. Some players that have never even covered it on their channels are going to be jumping all over this. It's literally just one humongous hype train, and that shit ain't slowing down. But I've kind of done this video to let you know that it's 13 hours, not a full day. I'm letting you know the release schedule, so if you're on PC, it'll be 11 AM after they've done the maintenance, literally straight after that maintenance on the 2nd, and then midnight, 2nd/3rd of March is when you will be able to play it if you are on console. But that is going to do it for the video. I've probably spoke a lot more than I normally would, but as I said, I'm extremely tired. I like to ramble, and I wanted to go through this in a little bit of depth, just to clear it up, that it's not as bad as people might be making out on social media. And if you see anyone posting PC Master Race, just tell them to go do one. But that's going to do it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.